in a rehab center, and I've just learned to put on my shoes. You can just see the knee of my therapist there on the bed. And I think that's what that is, this ugly thing. And she's saying to me, Michael, it would go a lot quicker if you just use Velcro. I'm telling her it's too ugly, I can't wear Velcro. After all, I'm going to be in California in a couple of years. Those people really have taste. The gloves are there because I was learning my manual chair, and you don't want to get blisters your first day out. So I cut the fingers out of my golf gloves, and here I am learning how to do that as well. At this point, I was being interviewed in this slide. The reason I have this slide is CBS took it for a program they were doing on me and my affliction. And they said, Michael, what do you think of this room? And I said, it's far too ugly for me to die here. So we got to get it right. And I said, though they do seem to be ready for anything, as there are 3 potty chairs to the other side of the room, and God knows what else. But I was told in one of these sessions that I would be able to leave the rehab center when I was able to do the following: put on my own clothes, get up one morning and put on my clothes myself without the nurse in the room, and to get into my wheelchair, to wheel myself into the bathroom, and to do all my ablutions in there, brush my teeth and shave and comb my thin hair. And so I took the challenge, of course, and stacked up all my clothes on a chair next to my bed, underwear last, so I could put it on first the next morning. And it took me about an hour to get everything on, as well as my Velcro-less sneakers. And then I got a sliding board, which I slept with during the night, like a teddy bear, and got it into the chair and slid into the chair from the sliding board. Some of you know what a sliding board is. If you don't, it's not that important. But I was in the chair and dressed and feeling very self-empowered. I was thinking, I can do this. I'm going to be home in no time. I'm getting out. And I rolled into the bathroom and looked around, and first thing I looked at was the mirror, which the bottom of the mirror started here and went up. It was obviously there for somebody standing in the bathroom. I reached for the cold water to brush my teeth, and the faucet was out of reach. I said, I'll do something else. I'll fake it today somehow and not get too close to anybody. And then I thought, well, I'll shave, and I reached for the hot water, same routine, out of reach. I thought, well, that's not too bad. I'll call my office and have them bring my electric razor, and tomorrow I could get by with one day without shaving. And then I looked to see where I would plug it in. I was learning quickly. And the switch was on the bottom of the wall, the floor. And as you see, I can't reach it. So I was hosed, and I was feeling like shit. So I wheeled myself out, and just at that moment, my doctor came on rounds. And I said, oh, just the person I want to see. You can imagine. And he said, what for? And we've got things to go over. And I said, I've got more important things. What I want you to do, like a good sport, is go out in the hall and find a wheelchair, an empty wheelchair, and roll yourself back in here. Begrudgingly, he did. And he went into I told him to do what I had done and reminded him that I could only bend over from here. And he said he would go into the bathroom and try the faucets and the switch for razor and so on. And comb his hair. He had hair. And then he came out and he said, I can't reach the faucets and I can't see myself in the mirror. I said, when I came here, you told me that experts had designed this facility. And I said, be careful of experts, especially when they're architects. Because architects are not very smart people. We're low-hanging fruit. We're not even up to engineers. All we can do is draw. So I said, you told me that you were going to build a $40 million addition to this place. Are you still going to do that? He said, yes. And I said, are you going to use the same experts? He said, yes. At that point, I suspected brother-in-law. Very tight family. And so then I said, well, you're going to have to do one of two things. Be like the hotel industry and build a model room. They never build a major hotel, and this is a major undertaking with a new $40 million. But they never build a hotel without finding a warehouse somewhere and building a model room, stocking it full of the furniture, making sure that everybody's happy and everybody can reach everything, and the room works pragmatically. And it also works aesthetically. I was going to take a picture this morning of a picture in my hotel room last night. Let's see if you could explain it to me. It was beyond me. And I'm just so happy it's not in a hospital. You may want to get out faster, I don't know. But the nice thing about this hotel is that even the hotel had a switch on the counter in the bathroom, right on the wall, so you could plug your razor in or your hairdryer or whatever. I said, or the alternatively, if you don't build a model room, I doubt you're going to do that. Hire a consultant architect to read the plans for you and listen to him about what he says about the bathroom and the bedrooms and vacation care as you know it. I said 99% of the people in this hospital are in wheelchairs, and you know that. And they're all suffering the same bathroom. And this is stupid. This is just stupid. You can't do this to people. And so he said he'd look into it, which of course he didn't. And the same experts built the new building with the same bathroom. Some people never learn. One of the things that my therapist, whose knee you met a minute ago, did for me was to go to my house and tell me what I needed to change to before they would let me out. First of all, I had bedrooms on the second floor, so I had already started construction on an elevator. And she did a couple of minor things, but the major thing she did was say I needed a roll-in shower. And so I said okay, and to roll into the shower, I couldn't have a curb. Now, in the rehab facilities I've been in all of them, and in the hospitals as well, everybody had a curb. So I needed an orderly who looked like an NFL player to lift the front wheels over first and then the back wheels of my shower chair. This is not a shower chair. You've got to get into another chair, which is primarily aluminum, so it doesn't rust, to take a shower. So I built this, I took my closet away, and that's why I don't have a tie on today, because I have no room anymore. But I built this fancy shower for me, and you see there are 2 shower heads. That was just wishful thinking. No, the horizontal drain is like an invention. It's not a central drain, it's just a horizontal drain. And everything I tell you today is going to be on the par of this kind of old folks, this kind of seat of the pants methodology. Nothing smart here, just a little bit smart aleck. But if you make a horizontal drain, the water seems to find its way to the drain and to the porosity of the drain, and doesn't somehow leap over to the other side. So we do that in all our buildings, including the hotels that we're doing. We make horizontal drains because some poor bugger in a wheelchair is going to be in one of those rooms someday and is going to want to take a shower. And someday it'll be a requirement they have shower chairs available to people who stay in the hotel, because you don't take your shower chair with you. We did a project for the wounded warriors coming back from the wars, and these are 2 of them, and I didn't bring this to talk about the Wounded Warrior projects, but they work splendidly for these guys coming back. But up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see a picture of a bathroom. And what you can't see is there is a horizontal drain right where that drape is on the floor. So we used it there. And it's one of the great things. They said that they hadn't found this any place they'd been, and to thank me for it, because now their wives or children could push them into the shower. Now here, before I talk about this old lady in her bed and her orange circles, I should tell you another shower story.